Jayden Daniels, man, what he did against Florida was one of the greatest things I've ever seen a quarterback do, man. He had over 600 yards of total offense in that game. So I know, Dalton, we talked about it before, and we made this take before, and I look stupid now because we both said I think the winner of the Pac-12 championship game will ultimately win the Heisman Trophy, the winning quarterback. I'm at the point where I think Jayden Daniels is your Heisman Trophy winner. I'm at that point now. I don't care how many losses he has. I'm at that point. What do you think about that?
Oh, he's making it awfully hard, isn't he? On the narrative, awfully hard. When you have 600 total yards and I found his 96.1 grade for the game is the second best by any quarterback this year, and the one that was better was Tyler Van Dyke against Bethune-Cookman. So I'm not even really going to count it. That was as good a game as I've seen in a while, both ways. Earlier in the year, I compared him to Jalen Hurts a bit, and I think there's something there. I think there's another jump that's just been made from that, because obviously the Hurts comparison was dual threat, didn't turn the ball over, and just is really darn hard to beat. He went from Jalen Hurts to Lamar Jackson.
Oh, I knew you were going to say it. I knew you were going to say it.
He did. I came out. Look, first of all, the Heisman thing. Okay, first in overall grade, first in passing grade. Third in passing yards behind Penix and Caleb Williams. First in rushing grade. First in rush yards by a quarterback. By far. He's got, if you take the sacks out of it and the way the NCAA keeps track of all that nonsense, he's got 1,028 yards on 97 carries. Okay, and I'm just going to throw this in there next to Penix and Bo Nix. Bo Nix, by that same token, has 139 rushing yards, and Michael Penix has 17. Jayden Daniels, by the numbers, honestly, is the best offensive player in the country.
Not even close.
That's not. It's not. It's actually not even close. And I'm going to be honest with you. More than before I looked at these numbers for this show. Look, he's got. Throw one more in there too. 32 explosive runs, 10 yards or more. There's only 7 running backs in the country with more than that. And he's good for a 10-yard run a third of the time. That's nuts. No, I came out of this Florida game, and I had a bad feeling for Florida that this is the way it was going to go with the way their defense. Jayden Daniels has to be a first-round pick. There's not a question. This is not a question. Jalen Hurts back in the day was a debate. Where does this guy go? The throwing motion,
the Oklahoma offense.
No, this is not an argument to me. I think you could argue him. I think you could argue. Lately, I think we've both been in the boat where Penix is probably the third quarterback in this draft, right?
Probably.
Williams and Drake May is still leading the country in big time throws. He's still way up there.
Yeah, those are 1 and 2. I don't think anyone's ever going to touch those two. Yeah.
No, but no, Jayden Daniels. I'm going to be honest with you. If this guy goes to one of these teams in the late teens or a playoff team, let me throw a scenario out there for you. They're going to be in this range. Could you imagine Jayden Daniels on the Minnesota Vikings?
That would be hot.
Jayden Daniels, Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, T.J. Hawkinson. Have fun.
And then Brian O'Neill and Christian Darrisaw protecting him as well.
And really, really good pass protection and a Brian Flores defense that's gotten a lot better overnight.
Dude.
You think Kirk Cousins and Josh Dobbs are fun? I'm telling you, if they're let's just say they're hovering around that right now. They're in that wild card race, obviously. Let's just say they're hovering around pick number 20, and they're looking for a quarterback. And Trevor Sikkema's got Bo Nix number 6 on his board now, way up there too.
Something like that, yeah.
If I'm a team, if I'm like Minnesota, and Jayden Daniels is sitting there at number 20, let's go.
Yeah,
let's go. I'm not kidding. If he goes to the right team, especially in a dome on turf.
Oh, dude.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I knew he was fast. We all knew he was fast. He's right as shape. That 85-yarder.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was that fast.
Dude.
That's Max. That's not football speed. I mentioned this once with Zachariah Branch earlier in the year. No, that's track speed. That's not funny. That makes me think he's going to go to the combine and run a 4.3.
Dude, he might. Can you imagine?
That's Florida. Florida's no. It's Florida. They got all the athletes. They have all the speed. I don't know if Lamar Jackson ever had an 85-yarder. I don't remember.
Yeah, you have to look back, and those are ACC defenses he's going against too at the same time. So
Jaden Daniels is a freak, man. He has to be a first round. If he ever went to the Minnesota Vikings,
Kevin O'Connell. We didn't mention
luck.
Kevin. I love Kevin O'Connell, dude. I think that'd be.
Oh,
I love him.
oh, his play calling is actually. I know everyone's on Dobbs. No, the play calling is the reason they could make the playoffs. He's one of the best play callers.
Oh man, dude.
If you have that, or I think about what's another team, man. I mean,
let me look at Tankathon right now.
I'm just trying to think like teams that'll be in that 15 to 20 range.
The Raiders are 16 right now.
That's a good one. I even think about like if you're Pittsburgh,
yeah,
and you feel like Kenny Pickett's the weakness, would you think about? I'll give you a fun one.
What about San Francisco? Were you gonna say that?
I was gonna say Miami.
Wow.
What if you want a fun jolt and you want that speed element at quarterback along with all those other guys?
Can you freaking imagine if they had the read option with Raheem Mostert at A-Chain?
The odds are they won't do it. But if they feel like the quarterback, along with not good pass protection, is the reason they don't make a Super Bowl,
the fastest team
and
ever.
Jayden Daniels is in it, he's going to be really, really hard for some teams to pass out.
Dude,
pass up. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
he is a freak, an absolute freak. Like what everyone wants Anthony Richardson to be. That's Jayden Daniels. Look, Denver, the Broncos. You don't think Sean Payton would kill to have this guy?
Yeah.
I mean, no, or you know what? Here's another one because it's a short contract. Put him in Seattle.
I don't hate that either. Definitely don't hate that
either. Even if you either give him a year behind Geno or just go, you know what? This guy's a freak. They were thinking about Richardson last year.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, there are some teams. Atlanta, look, the Falcons. I would kill to see Jaden and Bijan in the same backfield.
Yeah.
Oh my God. There are some fits here, and you have an athlete this good. He went from Jalen Hurts to Lamar Jackson Jaden Daniels. I'm going to scream this for the next 5 months. He has to be a first round pick.
Yeah.
If this guy drops to round 2 and some team gets him in the second round, I'm going to throw something.
Dude,
honestly, if I was I don't know, a team like the Jets or somebody, if he ever fell to round 2, well, they don't have a second round pick. Yeah. Let me have this guy. Mm-hmm. That 85. He does things you don't teach, and you have to look at those guys.
So, would you say he is your Heisman frontrunner right now? I think he is.
It's hard not to. This is so many. Every number says he's the best player in the country.
Yeah, except for the wins and losses.
It's the dual threat thing for me. He has 1,000 rushing yards.
Yeah, the only thing it doesn't is wins. If he didn't have the wins and losses, it's the only thing. But
that's not
on him. Exactly. It's like it's on his. You're faulting him for having a bad defense. It's like that's not his fault. So I agree with you. Also, keep in mind, Lamar Jackson, when he won it, they went 9-3 that year. Robert Griffin III, when he won it, they went 9-3 that year. LSU goes 9-3. I just think, listen, Penix has been amazing. Bo Nix has been amazing. But, man, what Jayden Daniels is doing this year is freaking stupid, dude. It's stupid. By the way, we interviewed Jayden Daniels. If you want to check it out, too. He was an awesome kid. And I talked about him, about the Heisman. And he said how it's always been a dream of his to win the Heisman Trophy. Man, that dream is about to become a reality, Jayden. That dream is about to become a reality. Because what you were doing this year it's not on Burrow level. Don't get me wrong. Burrow as a passer that year was unbelievable. But just overall.
I think his best chance, I think, is going to be Washington beating Oregon again, right? Because I think Knicks and Oregon have a lot of the narrative. Those two guys, now Penix is leading the country in passing yards.
Knicks is leading the country. Knicks is the betting favorite right now. I don't know if you saw that. With Penix second and Daniels third.
If Washington beats Oregon again, they're not going to give it to Knicks.
No.
They're not going to do it.
They probably
I think
Penix,
both of those guys, well, maybe. Because Penix lately has been more solid than spectacular.
Yeah.
If he goes into this week more solid, they got a rough game and a rough matchup this week. Obviously, we're getting into that too. Washington, he may have to be great this week. Mm-hmm. I don't know if they'll win this week with solid on the road against that run game and all that. We're going to get into that, but it's the running. It's the equalizer, man. And honestly, it's not even just look. He's third in passing yards behind
Yep.
Penix and Caleb Williams.
Yep.
He could very well finish in the lead for passing yards.
He is third in passing yards. He has the most passing touchdowns. He is first in passer rating, first in yards per attempt, first in big time throw rate, and then by the way, he has 160 more rushing yards than the next closest quarterback in the country.
And I think the case for me, if they were 9-1, just happenstance instead of 7-3, if they had beaten Ole Miss. Because there was some play calling at the end there that just didn't serve him right.
And he scored 52 points,
If they had beaten Ole Miss and week one, it's like this is the thing. These losses, like the week one loss, is so long ago. That wasn't even the same guy.
Yeah.
Like I don't.
Also, the Alabama game, dude. Before he got hurt, he was carving up Alabama. That's Alabama we're talking about.
They when you and me are both in the boat, they're the best secondary in the country,
right?
And they didn't have an answer. No, there is no. This is a national championship level offense.
Yep.
Because of this guy to start with. No, if they even had an average defense, they would probably be 9-1 right now, if not 10-0. That's not on Daniels. He's doing everything. He's doing everything possible. The numbers, honestly, the numbers tell you it should be him.
It's not. And
that's the best way I can put that. And I just think again, it's this thing. Wins are not fully a quarterback stat. Like,
exactly.
It's just. I would love to see the numbers he puts up the next 2 weeks just to try to.
Oh, dude, Brian Kelly's gonna go all out with. I can't wait for it. He's gonna put up stupid numbers. But listen, man, the Heisman Trophy is by definition given to the most outstanding player in college football. This has been, in my opinion, by far the most outstanding player in college football. I can't believe what this guy is doing right now. I don't give a damn how many games they can go 7-5. If he keeps putting numbers up like this, man, I don't care how many losses they have. He is the best player in college football right now.
He's Lamar Jackson, and he's a better passer than Lamar was.
Yeah, and again, dude, it's like Lamar 9-3, RG3 9-3, Jayden Daniels 9-3, like that. There's precedent before. It's not just a playoff team. There's precedent before for this happening. I think it should happen this year again. So it sounds weird when we were saying how it's between Penix and Nix, and honestly, it still might be. I don't know if the voters will actually give it to Jayden Daniels, even though he deserves it. But I think we need to be at the forefront, man, of starting that narrative of, listen, this is the best player in college football. This is your Heisman Trophy winner right now. So Jayden Daniels, Heisman, love it.